The following presentation involves three friends who get together and talk confidently about topics they know nothing about.
Do you guys ever randomly kind of daze out and just think about what pictures you want at your funeral if you died today?
I can honestly tell you, and this is one of the few things I can immediately answer. No, that thought has never crossed my mind.
Welcome to the podcast. I don't even know what a podcast is.
Can I just jump in here?
As you wish.
I've decided that I'm going to be the intelligent one on this podcast because I know the most about everything.
Your love of the half-thing's leaf has clearly sloped your mind.
I mean, these people are not audio people at all. They have no idea. Until they let me actually run the show here, I'm kind of just letting them talk.
Are you talking to us?
No, we're rolling, yeah, so continue.
I don't know. Now that the mics are on, I don't really want to talk.
A little fight now. I like that.
Throughout my day, I mean, honestly, I hate most people.
Now, get excited.
I am very excited. I am always excited.
Here they are, stupid fat hobbits.
Did you just say let's go and then not start recording?
Oh, I thought you were going to say what I was about to say.
What were you
I was like, can you play us in, please?
You should. He should play like the Oscars.
All right, there we go.
Wait. We each got our own song.
I don't think I have more
What's
than
my song? That is rude and inconsiderate, sir.
So was that my song was the first one, or was
that felt like a Johnny?
okay? So this is me. I don't know what this is.
Big shocker right there. Chris gets the thunderous applause.
I
and
don't know
get
what
laughing
this
in my
one
face.
is.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have no idea. I just look at this in the night by myself for hours.
I bet he had that all planned out, just waiting to use that.
I know.
No, I just you wanted a song, so I gave you a song.
Well, I got a great song. Pat got laughed at, and you got thunderous applause.
The people asketh, I giveth.
And taketh as well.
They taketh after I giveth. They don't taketh before I giveth.
Sometimes the peasants do taketh before you giveth, though.
What are you giving us?
I'm giving this content and creativity.
I have an idea that I will giveth unto you.
Okay.
Have you ever lost something or someone that it just transformed your life for the worse? Your life can just never be better because of it.
Yes.
Like a lost love. So
Like a product or a person?
well, let me get into it.
Okay.
I have a point here. Route 7 will never be the same again.
Wait, Route 7 is your lost love?
Route, yeah,
That's what you're talking about?
this-
The
Wow.
Route 7 of old?
Do you guys ever have a good road?
It was never Route 7.
Route 7 was a great drive. Straight away, 55, you got long bending turns. Now it's all squiggly. They're shoving you into barriers. They lowered the speed limit. There are more Maryland drivers on it. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what they're building, but it's complete construction now.
Yeah. But
For miles.
the point I'm trying to make is something so simple as that has legitimately made my life worse. And I don't think I can ever rebound from that.
I mean, used to rush down Route 7 to Great Falls
Yeah.
Mhm.
back in the day.
Get their lickety split.
I take 7 here too. So
And it doesn't bother you.
no, I hate it, but it's not the end of the world.
It's not a lost love to you.
No.
I'm glad you guys are really obsessed with infrastructure and highways. But we have some poll results to get to from our previous episode, don't we?
Yes.
So Betsy was on our previous episode, Betsy Barcelona. I found it funny. We didn't actually sing the Barcelona song. We did a rendition for her birthday.
Right.
That was appropriate.
That was allowed. Yes.
Although it just means that we have, that's on the docket for next time she's on. We can't go too many episodes with her without having to sing the Barcelona song. So,
I think she loses honor every time we don't sing it. And Barcelona does. And the entirety of Spain.
Oh, good. Oh, yes. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. But we had two great poll results to get to from Betsy. Or I guess one from Betsy's episode, but then we have a Willie's second. Was it JP's or Willie's?
Willie's second pop take from 3 episodes ago.
Is that actually what that poll was?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to remember what that poll was, but remind us, Pat. What was Willie's second pop take from 3 episodes
So Willie's
ago?
second pop take, if any of you can remember, obviously you two can't, but some of the listener, may remember, was Ryan Reynolds is the only funny person who would not get funnier if he got fatter.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And 65% agreed. That's full agreement.
So the pop,
So it's not a pop
the take was popped.
Yeah.
Yeah, take was popped.
So it's not a hot take.
So in one
I'm
sense
still
he wins, and
confused.
in another sense he loses. We'll have to figure this out
I'm
by the
still
end of the
confused
season.
if we celebrate this or we don't, because I think it's better for the pop taker to say a hot take that people don't agree with, right? It's not a hot take. It's not cool if everyone agrees with you.
Right.
So
I mean, well, there should probably be like a benchmark number. Like if you're under 60%, if you're between 50 and 60%, I think you celebrate victory. If you're over 60%, it's just like, okay, like the vast majority agree. Is that a fair point?
Isn't the whole point of
But then we also celebrate if like you only get 10% of people. Like, yeah, my hot take.
Yeah,
was
that's
hot.
that's a good point.
I think this is just more discovery than it is like anything to be celebrated. It's more.
We just always want to pick victors and
Yeah,
losers for
yeah,
some reason.
yeah.
I don't think we need one.
No,
here.
this is just how
This
it
is interesting though. So 65% of people agree that Ryan Reynolds is the only comedian that would not be funnier if he was fatter.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that means that most people think that comedians are funnier when they're fatter.
I
which
guess.
is interesting.
We did. Helen Collins reacted to that
Yeah.
with John Mulaney as a counter, which I think is a very good point. Fat John
I
Mulaney.
saw this. I thought about it. I immediately laughed when I thought of Fat John Mulaney.
I also laughed when
But that
I
gets to the point of like you're laughing at him. That ruins.
No,
the-
no. I
the
just
principle.
imagined him on stage telling some of his jokes, but he was like 300 pounds. It's
It
hilarious.
was hysterical.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like his whole shtick
imagine
is-
that bit of him talking about like the realtor trying to get them to buy a house and how one room could be a nursery, but they don't have kids yet. They're not planning to have kids. Imagine some of his facial expressions and just mannerisms.
Okay,
in
you might
that
be right.
Skit when he's walking around.
Yeah.
That would be hysterical.
Maybe he's just very versatile then. Because like his shtick is just being like 90 pounds and, you know, not looking like a man.
This is true, but there are
And still being hilarious.
other comedians that have that same kind of shtick that I think would be funny. I think that Ken Jeong would be hysterical if Ken Jeong was like 5'4" and 300 pounds.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Every time people say Ken Jeong, I think of the North Korean dictator.
Oh,
Some distant relation, maybe. Is he Korean? Or is he? It doesn't matter.
I don't know, but
We can delve into race and nationality at a later date. But I guess I can't say congratulations, Willie. So, Willie, a good observation.
Good observation.
65% agree with you on that very specific thing you said.
yes. Thank you for your take.
for your
So-
service. to
So I
the
don't know if it was a
podcast.
hot take anymore. So
Just to take.
All right. Well, let's get to the second pop take poll result we have from last week's episode with Betsy. And I love this one. As you remember, I was fully on board with this. But the take was that mullets are hot. So she had a hot take for her hot take.
wow.
Yep.
Anyway,
That's something that was said.
Moving away from that one.
Yeah. I was so indifferent to this, I didn't vote. This is the only one I haven't voted on.
I also didn't vote on this one.
What?
I couldn't make up my mind.
You couldn't. You cowards.
It
This was our most.
listen-
This was our most engaged poll I think we've ever had.
But I also wanted, because of that, I really wanted it to be just the people. So I didn't vote.
Oh, so you're saying, you know, you're above the squabblers?
No. I just wanted to see how it played out.
I think you guys are just insecure about your affection for people that have mullets, and you don't want to.
This is the classic argument for when people don't agree with you about like the way people look or something. It's like, you're just insecure about
yeah.
something. It's like, no, that's just hideous. But well, no, we were indifferent. We don't dislike or like them in a
I love
strong
mullets.
fashion.
I love mullets. but I couldn't decide if they were hot or not.
Right.
That was my
the,
conundrum.
The verbiage is very
Yeah.
specific.
Mullet,
Yeah.
hot or not?
Hot or not. Anyway,
All right.
Betsy Barcelona gave her take, and 56% of you said no. Mullets are not hot.
Oh, Betsy, I'm sorry. You wanted this one bad.
She did garner a strong 44%, which
that's higher than I
again
thought.
feels like it should be celebrated, but we don't
I
do
mean,
that
it-
here.
It,
on
it
this
remains
show.
a pop take. So
It
does.
remains a pop take. So, I mean, Betsy, if what you're looking for is affirmation that you're like, you're kind of cool and hipster and like things that most people don't like, you won. If you're trying to convert the masses, you lost.
You have lost.
You've lost big
Yeah.
time. Well, not big time. I mean, it was pretty split for a
No,
while.
it's,
It went back and
it's a
forth.
good loss. It's like one of those losses where you don't hang your head afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
But that brings me to a point, though. I think the only pop take that wins is a 50-50 split, because it can't go either way. Like, you are literally right in the middle of people agreeing and disagreeing. You've won. You have found it right at the tip.
it's not a bad point.
We'll have to pull that, I think.
Should we pull this? What should we celebrate or not?
I don't know. That's a good point, though. I'm gonna ask this week on Instagram, because what should we do? Like, help us out, people listening. What should we do when we read the poll results for a pop take? Should we celebrate when they get popped? Should we celebrate when they don't? What happens if they tie? How should we react to this? Because we're a little confused. I think you guys could help us out at home. So we'll post that this week and hopefully get some clarity on how to respond to these going forward. But for the time being, it's just an interesting fact, right?
Right.
Most people appear to agree that mullets are not hot.
Yeah.
Mullets are not hot. So very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Oh, I thought you were going to be angry for me saying gents. That's why you didn't.
Oh, Johnny has your
I
gents
couldn't.
thing.
I couldn't figure out why you guys both just like reacted like
Yeah.
you'd been
Pat and I were
Charlie
ha-
horsed.
Wait, when do you do your thing where, well, Chris here with Johnny and Pat, as always, this is the podcast where we podcast about podcasts.
I
and you
sometimes
listen.
do that. I sometimes don't.
Okay.
It's the same point.
Inconsistent.
Anyways, moving on. Chris here with Johnny and Pat as usual.
Yeah.
And we got a great show for you guys. Just the three amigos today. We've had a good string of guests over the past, I think, 3 of the last 4 episodes we had a guest on. We have some really great guests, by the way, coming up in the next few weeks. So stay tuned, but it's going to be an absolute blast. We have some really, really funny people coming on the show. And I think it's going to make for a good time. But regardless of
I
that,
hope you didn't just hype them up way too much and they come on and it's like a terrible episode.
if they come on and they're not funny, that's their fault. We're gonna deliver. We're gonna deliver, but
We
I
always
can't-
deliver.
I
We're like
can't
UPS.
I was gonna go with Uber Eats. I'm sure you're gonna go.
That's pretty good. I don't even know what the best distribution company
Probably
is.
Dude,
Amazon.
we
Amazon.
haven't not delivered since Moby Dick was a tadpole. Okay,
That's not science.
Wait, Moby Dick's a frog?
a minnow. Find a minnow. I don't know, but
Are you talking about the restaurant or the whale?
the whale.
Okay, I don't think.
You know, whales are born at like 500 pounds. They're massive creatures as babies.
It's a figure of speech.
we haven't not delivered since Moby Dick was a massive whale.
Okay, well,
Uh,
I heard that somewhere. I thought it was clever.
we got to take
apparently I'm
Chris
just
to
not-
like an aquarium or something.
I've been doing an aquarium.
We should do a. Well, obviously, you didn't learn anything.
Well, I can't read. How am I supposed to read any of the exhibits?
Good point.
He didn't have a tour guide to read the signs for him.
Well,
It's like, what's that huge thing in the water? Could be a
is
minnow.
it? Is it?
Could be a minnow.
Is it a minnow?
Chris is just like, whale baby, whale baby.
Oh god.
All right, Johnny. Well, do you have any breaking news for us today?
Always.
So, what are you
So
fucking Snape?
Yeah. I was thinking of that same line.
Always.
always. The day that Florida runs out of news is the day that hell freezes over. So,
Fair enough.
and on that note, let's get to the news.
This is breaking news from Florida.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da.
You're doing the Golf Channel, right? So
I did some sort of hybrid of like the
sorry.
March Madness. Sorry.
What is happening?
So we're doing a little, you know how they do this on the news sometimes. And now back to breaking news with Johnny.
this is breaking news from Florida.
It's just terrible. Florida man threatened public with a turtle army.
Hell yeah. Oh, I could so get behind this.
Wait, like
Did he have one?
How many tens of thousands strong? Or what?
I don't know. There is no such force. But yeah, he said he had an army of turtles that he was going to unleash onto the public.
Wow.
Who did he announce?
So he
this to?
just threatened this, or
Yeah, so this was in Brevard County, Florida. His name was Thomas Lane, 61 years old.
Okay. So he's seen some years.
Yeah.
Some suns.
Some moons, some seasons. Really.
So he's
Well,
seen
there's
the,
no
he's
seasons
seen
in
the
Florida.
wheat be
he's
chaffed.
seen some Sun Tzus.
He probably has seen
He
a
is
couple
going
wars.
to war.
He watched Moby Dick grow up. Anyway, so he was accused of loudly cursing in public, calling himself the Saint, and threatening people by saying his turtle army will destroy them.
So what are his grievances? Like, why is he leading this turtle crusade, crashing and burning?
So it doesn't say, but my guess is he did this on a Sunday, and he calls himself the Saint. So it's probably he thinks he's like a god.
There's some underlying.
No. I think he's a reverse St. Patrick. He's driving the turtles into Florida instead of the
Ooh,
snakes
Maybe
out
that's
of
a
Ireland.
good thing. Yeah, because we killed him with all the straws. So it's like they're reintroducing wildlife. He literally might be a savior of
Maybe
turtles.
he's saving the turtles.
Yeah.
But then he's using them to destroy us, or at least the people.
I mean,
of
that's fine,
Brevard
right? We
County,
need
Florida.
reparations for our
Yeah,
sins.
generally when you save someone, you have to destroy someone else.
Do you
Isn't
think
that a
he's?
thing?
Do you think he's like a true prophet?
What do they call it? Zealots?
Did he finally come out of the shell?
It's a turtle zealot.
Oh, here we go. He's made that turtle pun before.
You're a big shell guy, aren't you?
Yeah,
Big on shells.
yeah.
Actually, I only get gas at Shell.
I mean, shell jokes are easy to crack. So
Keep going. Don't acknowledge it. Keep going.
No, that wasn't a pun. I literally only shop at Shell.
Seriously?
I'm a Shell shopper.
by the seashore.
I don't know if you're making a pun or you're doing.
No, there's no
some
pun
sort
not
here.
a pun. It's not a
I
pun.
fill my tank of gas with Shell gasoline.
Stop saying it weirdly.
I
don't know.
frequent
Why?
Shell stations.
Do you have an Exxon right next to your building?
Oh, is it like you feel like you're at the beach every time you fill up?
T-Mobile. I get 15 cents off a gallon every time I fill up.
Do you think they could sponsor us?
T-Mobile or Shell?
Both.
Turtles.
This is crazy though. This turtle thing. It's weird.
This is the first one I'm going to read more into. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. I just think that I'm curious whether he just threatened. Did you already say this? Whether he just threatened it or whether he actually had the turtles?
He just threatened it. No turtles
Okay.
were present at the time of the disruption to the public.
That's how it happens with the prophets. You know, they talk of things unseen, and yet,
yeah, like
uh,
the locusts.
yeah,
and shit.
the
Like
turtle. He might be breeding an army that no one has found.
Said the liar.
Has he named the army yet?
It's just a turtle army.
A turtle army.
Yeah.
I guess because it's probably the only turtle army that's ever existed. The Ninja Turtles weren't really an army, right? They're
No, it's
more like
more-
a squad.
Battalion.
Turtle squad.
Turtle squad.
Turtle squad.
It could be the turtlenecks.
They're just really cozy.
Ninja Turtles. I'm just trying to think of
You've got
things.
that comedy just banging tonight. All right.
Look,
Oh.
I'm not on my best form, but
That's
It's all good.
Honestly, your least form might be your best form. Have you ever thought about
this
that?
is my best form.
It could be.
Goodness gracious.
He was eventually arrested and charged with breaching the peace.
What?
Doesn't that sound like England in like the 1800s? Breaching the peace.
I don't know if that's really a meritable offense, like breaching the West Fold. That like you should be arrested for that, right? Breaching the peace,
Yeah.
just because he threatened a few people with his
Well,
turtle army.
He also went into the police department and started banging on the dispatcher's windows.
Can you test my turtle?
There's
So he,
just smashing the shells through the bulletproof glass.
Turtle shells are indestructible. You can't break them.
that is not true.
Well,
That sounds like a Johnny thought. So I'm just gonna say, okay, yeah, you're right.
I was going to see whether
Have you
One or
you
both
can
of
literally
you would
watch videos of alligators eating turtles. And they
Oh
just-
yeah. Also,
who
cars run
watches
over
those
them all
kind of
the time.
videos?
Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel watches those kind of videos.
They have to watch things before they put them up. Duh.
Quality astronauts.
Quality control.
So just to close out, the Turtle Army is still there in spirit, and they need a leader.
I think there's waiting
They're waiting
They're
for
waiting
someone
for
to
a-
step in
yeah.
and lead them.
because if he's arrested,
Okay.
But-
and where did you say this was?
that's writing down. He's buying a plane ticket right now.
Yeah, next week,
Bradford
Breaking
County
Florida is going to be
live reporting with Pat and an army of turtles.
just invading South Palm Beach. Is there a South Palm Beach? West Palm
Probably.
Beach. If there's
I
a
feel
west,
like
there
it-
has
yeah,
to be a
yeah.
south. Southwest Palm Beach.
It's where the sun always rises in the east.
Look for my coming. Look for Pat's coming.
No thanks.
Damn it, Johnny. All right.
But yes, anyway, that is just another reason not to live in Florida.
All right. Well, moving on from that, I believe it is time for a little pop. What is so funny? What is so funny?
Not me.
Johnny's mind is in the gutter right now.
No,
Just
no.
keep going. Like
No, I'm still laughing about the last segment.
Yeah, I bet you are. You sick fuck.
Sorry.
But I think it's time to move on to a little pop takes. Let's do it. Pop takes. All right, Patrick, you have the pop take for this week, I believe. Is that correct?
I do have that. Wait, did you play the pop take segment yet?
Do you mean the intro?
The entire segment? Did you play it? The intro? I can do a better intro. Ready?
We already did.
Pop takes. Isn't that what
That
it
was
sounds
spot
like?
on.
That
That
was
was spot
spot
on.
on.
That was pretty
Spot on.
close.
We'll do a poll.
So, should I use that now as the official pop
You can
take?
make it official if you'd like.
I don't.
Alright, anyway,
I kind
I-
of like that segment jingle, but whatever.
I loved your segment jingle. I think Pat did an okay job at impersonating it, but I don't think you should use Pat's from now on.
Is that a new segment? Impersonating our own segment jingles? Talk about meta.
That'd be fun.
All right. After Johnny is done rudely
items.
Oh my gosh, did you just that is my segment.
Well, we're taking
Jingle.
jingles now. All right, sorry.
All right, jingle,
Please
jingle to
continue.
jingle. My pop take for today is Spirit Airlines is a good airline.
Okay, are you serious?
Mm.
You're gonna come at me with this shit?
I am one with the spirit.
Spirit
The spirit is within me.
Airlines is what? Would you say a good airline or your favorite?
I said it is a good airline.
That's ridiculous, dude.
I don't think that's that ridiculous.
I had the worst experience of my life on a Spirit airline flight.
Please.
One
tell us.
anecdotal experience does not change an objective fact.
The employees were rude. The seats are literally plastic,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
literally plastic.
Easily-
And
yeah, you can clean
when I
them
was
easily.
on the plane, a guy wearing a I Love Jesus shirt locked himself in the bathroom to do drugs.
How
And
do you
then
know he
the-
wasn't just praying?
Wait, were you flying to or from Florida?
California.
Oh,
That makes sense.
okay.
Were you flying to or from California on Spirit?
I was flying to California.
Yeah, you can't bring in non-native plants into California. So he was just being very responsible. See, you judge and you judge and you judge.
But-
you don't know what other people are going through, and that's the beauty
This
of
guy
Spirit.
was in the. Well, I can't tell you for certain that he was doing drugs, but this guy was in the restroom for at least 45 minutes. Prior to going in there, he had been walking up and down the aisles kind of oddly. Seemed like a relatively normal, like mid 40s guy, but like something was a little off. And somebody complained because they had to go to the restroom. And so nobody had seen him come out for 45 minutes. So they thought, oh, like the flight attendant didn't know that somebody was maybe even in there. And he thought maybe the door just jammed and locked. So he's like prying open the bathroom door. This guy's prying open the bathroom door with somebody in there on a Spirit Airline flight. and gets it open. Like they have some kind of unlocking mechanism. And the
Because they
guy
know.
is just standing at the door, like leaning up against the thing, just kind of like looking at the guy as he opens the door. Like,
Oh my God.
Can
he
I bother- can
he
you
was
bother
pulling
me?
a Frank Reynolds.
What is that?
The Wade Boggs challenge.
was he doing a Wade Boggs challenge?
Frank would just wait in the bathroom for the women to come to him. You guys don't remember this?
Oh, I see. So it was like
It's Always Sunny.
I remember that, yeah, but I don't think.
Yeah, I read that in the book,
Then why would
The
he
Art
lock
of
the door?
Seduction.
Yeah.
Go into an airplane bathroom, get high, and wait.
It's right there, page 1.
Did he say anything when the door was open?
No.
Oh,
No.
he was high.
Okay, can I make my points?
don't
Because
know
I
if
feel
you-
like this is leading you guys astray.
Make
Can
your
I?
points,
Okay.
but this is not.
Peasants, you listener, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope your day's going well. Spirit Airlines, you know what you're paying for. What airline can you get a $30 flight to Boston?
Mm.
First point. Second point, you know what you're paying for. The plastic seat's okay, but if you're on like a 1 or 2 hour flight, that's amazing. You're going to be uncomfortable anyway.
Yeah.
Third, sometimes people smoke in the bathrooms and vomit next to you on the plane. I've had it happen to me. It could happen anywhere. That's not just a Spirit thing.
Also makes a great story.
Chris,
can't believe-
I think the implication you're making is that you don't want to fly Spirit because
you-
poor people fly Spirit.
Are you too good for Spirit?
I've flown Spirit. I've chosen that airline. But to say that it's a good airline is different than saying it's the most economical airline. And that's where you're wrong.
It is the most economical
It's good
airline.
because
No.
of the price.
I agree, but you can't equate the two and say they're synonymous. It's like it's the most economical, yes. It's not a good airline though.
In terms of the value received for the amount you paid, Spirit could arguably be in like the top 5
What
airlines.
is the value you're receiving? Getting to your location?
Getting to your location. Yes, that's what an airplane is for. An airplane is not supposed to like make you feel
But
good.
you can get that same value through a million other avenues.
See, I don't think not as consistently. I mean, Southwest like
Like
has
you may get
some
a
good
sale
deals.
here or there, but like at least you know Spirit's going to be cheap no matter what.
Spirit is like a really good friend. You just like you know what you're getting.
This is so bothersome.
And they're
sometimes
always
they
gonna
get
be a
but
shoulder to
sometimes
cry
they
on.
get blackout drunk and puke on you.
Right, and that's fine. But
But
you're,
you love them anyway.
yeah, it's not going to happen every time. It might happen once.
Says the guy that farted up an entire airplane.
Ironically,
Okay,
that wasn't Spirit. That was United.
All you do is shit on other airlines and
Literally.
literally.
Have you ever? No, never mind.
Yeah, let's not go there.
But yeah,
Um,
that's my like. Look, I understand your point. That's what a lot of people believe. It's just like kind of like shit just happens on Spirit, and it's just uncomfortable, and they don't. There's not kind of that like added customer service. But if you just need a bare bones flight somewhere, I don't think I would choose anything other than Spirit.
It's so backwards to me as far as like the logic. Like, I don't know.
You're letting your high sense of self and your need for like a cushy lifestyle to cloud your judgment of what value really is.
No, I don't think I am. I think that if you had said Spirit is the most economical airline or Spirit provides the most value, bang for your buck of any airline, I would have probably agreed. But you told me that Spirit is a good airline, and do not let that question get distorted. in
Okay,
the poll.
fine. Yeah, we'll
You
use
said
that
Spirit
literal
is a good
terminology.
airline. No, it is not. Yes, it gets you to your location
And ipso facto, therefore, thusly, it's a good airline.
as such.
What if I just
No.
said this in my concluding statement? You didn't know what airline was what. There was a ticket to New York for $37, and there was a ticket to New York for $180. Which one are you picking?
Do I know what I know about
No,
bad
no.
airlines and good airlines?
No, you don't
No,
know what
no.
airlines they are.
This isn't an argument for it being a good airline.
You
then.
don't know what services they offer.
This is an economical question.
It's a good airline because it provides a legitimate airplane with seats. They may be made out of plastic, but they're still seats. You have room. They still have flight
You
attendants.
do not have room.
You do have room.
You don't have rum either.
You have rum. You have room
You
and
say
rum.
room weird, but
And they serve snacks sometimes. They're like $9, but
sometimes.
No. Yeah, you get like a free bag of crackers.
yeah.
Yeah.
They gave a free bottle of water to the woman who was vomiting next to me. I mean, they do have customer service, and they gave her a bag.
It was someone else's handbag, but it was a bag.
I really hope this does not pop.
Pat, I'm with you on this one. All right. I think it's
Thank you. I
fantastic.
appreciate it.
It's not a good airline. It's not even close to a good airline. It doesn't even, it wouldn't be able to tell you a good airline if it hit itself in the face.
All right. Well, we'll go to the polls.
We'll
and
go to the
we will
polls
hear about this
and
next week.
We will see. Stuff your neighbor has. Sponsor, not a sponsor. This week, the podcast is sponsored by Smart Water. Do you feel stupid? Are you bad at hydration?
Do you think free water is a scam to make sophisticated people act like mindless drones? Have you ever taken a sip of free tap water and thought, I was made for something more?
Then you need to purchase Smart Water. With a proprietary formula proven to make you feel better than your peers, Smart Water is the only water that puts the in H2O.
Smart Water. Pretend you're good at something. Smart Water is strictly for people who want to feel that they're better than others by paying more for basic needs. We are not liable for dumb people drinking our water and staying dumb. Smart Water adds enough minerals and electrolytes to make it different than tap water, but not enough to make any difference whatsoever in your daily life. If you don't believe Smart Water is worth the premium, you're probably just a dumb person or very smart. All right, well, thank you to Smart Water for sponsoring this episode. Sponsor, not a sponsor. Let's go and do a little around the table. We haven't done around the table in quite a few episodes.
Yeah.
Go back to the days of old.
We didn't do it last episode.
I don't think so. Did we? If we did, I apologize.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't seem
like
a very good host if it can't remember things.
Around the table, let's do it.
Around the table.
AT&T around the end table.
Around the table.
Around the table. ATT.
Pass it around.
ATT.
All right. So, who wants to bring something to table?
I will bring something to table.
Oh,
And if I may, I think we should get a little table that we place to really, bring the.
Can it be more of like a
Ambiance?
it's a very small
It's just
table.
a
And it's
tiny,
almost like a
tiny-
talking stick. Whoever gets the
Oh, like a
table,
little
Yeah.
like from
like handheld, like a Christmas
from like
ornament.
a dollhouse.
Yeah.
like a conch. We have to pass the conch around.
Exactly.
Is that how you pronounce that? By the way,
I have the
conch.
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 I know you're.
What?
All right. We received a very special letter today
Yes, we did.
from a fan.
We did.
We did.
See, he just.
You guys don't tell me anything.
You know about this. This is from our listener Sean. Does that ring any
Oh,
bells?
yes.
There
Oh,
it goes.
yes,
There
yes,
it goes.
yes,
A little
yes.
delayed,
Ring a
but
bell.
At first, I thought you were talking about your brother. I'm sorry.
And he sent us a message with a few topics he wanted us to discuss. Here is what he had to say. Sup, my fellow drunk hobbits. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sean. My drink of choice is a gin and tonic, and I enjoy long drunken walks from 7-Eleven to my townhouse in the dead of night. My ideal day is waking up at the crack noon. Sidebar, no idea what that is.
The crack of noon.
It's something to do with drugs too. I'm pretty sure.
The crack noon, walking down to the beach with a patch cooler, yelling at some degenerate kids, getting into a fight with their parents, pissing on their beach towels, and making it back home in time for Gossip Girl. I think it would be cool if you could talk about the following conspiracy theories.
Oh, okay.
So he has offered a plethora. I have chosen two. The first one, although Idaho is a real place, there are no people there. It's just a bunch of sentient potatoes. Think about it. Have you ever actually met anyone from Idaho? Are you sure it wasn't just a sentient potato?
Here's the point. I have never met anyone from Idaho.
Should we discuss that one and then go to the
Yeah.
next
Let's
one?
discuss
Okay.
this one because this was my favorite because I think there's some merit to it.
First off, can I just say that we have to hang out with him one weekend and do the wake up at the crack of noon, yell at kids, piss on towels, and watch Gossip
sounds
Girl.
I want that
because that
experience.
sounds
I want that
fucking
experience in
amazing.
my life. Yes.
But yeah, going back to Idaho and their potato heads.
They're potato heads.
You can't say
It's
that.
just a bunch of-
Martin.
I didn't say Mr.
Potato
I
head.
just said Potato Heads.
Wait, what's wrong
Canceled.
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head is canceled. It's now just Potato Head. No more Mr.
with It's just, wait.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic.
I'll explain later.
Toy Story's been canceled.
Okay. Well, let's start with the basic premise. Have you guys ever met anyone from Idaho?
Yes.
No.
And this is why I agree with what he's saying in the letter. But my issue is I've met somebody and have
you
hung
sure?
out with somebody.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Where were
Have
they
you,
from
have
in
you visited
Idaho?
their family home?
Name one place in
Can you,
Idaho.
can
that
you
he might
prove
be
to me
from.
that it's not a field of potatoes?
I can't prove to you that this person actually lived in Ohio, but he
See,
he-
see, Ohio. He
See?
doesn't even think Idaho is a real place.
no, he said he was from Ohio, from college. So
Idaho.
Ohio? We're not talking about Ohio.
Idaho.
Okay.
Did I say Ohio?
You said
Twice.
Ohio twice.
Sorry, my college was in Ohio, so I'm
Right.
getting confused. But no, great dude.
Did he have the
Great dude.
personality of a sentient potato?
Actually, yes.
And the truth comes out. Sean, you might be onto something here.
That's something that I actually kind of like that personality.
Hey, everyone loves potatoes.
It's low key. It's kind of
Hash browns, French fries, home
You know,
fries, vodka.
unfazed, but like flexible.
Wait, if
Versatile.
if there's
Yeah.
no people, how are we farming these potatoes?
They farm themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they deliver themselves?
Once the
Yes.
potato is fully grown, it learns like parental customs. So it takes care of the baby potatoes. They do it communally. And then I don't know how they form their distribution network. That's something we'd have to find
Well,
a
I thought it was
potato-
more like the Mayans. They ship off their sacrifices. in droves.
Okay.
So potatoes from Idaho are also shit because they're just sacrificing like the shitty potatoes.
No.
No.
It's the potatoes they don't want, but the potatoes they don't want are the potatoes we really like. It's also similar to
How did
what's the Greek myth where the Athens has to send the ships of people to Crete to get eaten by the Minotaur. That's pretty similar,
Yes, that is very similar. Yeah,
Did they actually do that?
it's
right? Yeah. That's
What
the
happened
whole
when the
Theseus-
people
that's the
got
whole
there and there
Theseus
was no
story.
Minotaur and they're like, damn it, guys.
Like when they saw the Minotaur? I think they just got killed.
No, but the Minotaur
he's asking
not
if it
real.
actually
So,
happened
like,
in Greek.
How do you
history.
know that the Minotaur wasn't?
Can you prove to me the Minotaur wasn't real?
You told me it was a myth 3 seconds ago.
Well, now I'm quite. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
but
listen.
all
Hey,
myths
hang on,
have an
hang
element
on,
of truth.
Hang on, Pat. He's the one who believes in Bigfoot. So we
Yeah,
don't.
that's
yeah.
true.
Provable.
He also
Okay.
he also is falsely claiming that like someone actually lives in Idaho. Like you're the most untrustworthy person we know.
This is insane. Idaho is a state. They have elected officials. They're senators from Idaho.
Name
yeah,
one.
but they might not live there.
Name one. Name a senator from Idaho.
Name one town in Idaho. They don't need towns
Hang on,
because
I
there
know
aren't
it. I
humans
know
there.
a town in Idaho.
I can name one.
Why can't I think of even any cities in Idaho? This is weird.
Hmm.
Like,
And the plot thickens.
there's definitely a city in Idaho that I know.
Are you
So
sure?
there's Boise,
Oh, Boise.
but that's a
Yeah.
college town where people come in from outside of Idaho.
They live in Idaho though when they're there.
Right, but that's not like they're not like residential Idaho.
What about the professors?
The professors come in from out of town too. I don't even know what states border Idaho. That could be an intellectual. Do you have what it takes to be an intellectual topic? All things Idaho.
All things.
Not many things, but
the answer to every question is going to be potato.
Potatoes. Dude, I don't know. There's probably a town called like Charleston.
can someone verify that? Can you verify that right now?
Charleston,
Looking
Idaho.
for Charleston, Idaho. The only other town I know is Coeur d'Alene,
I don't know.
which is French. So I don't. It could be just be in.
There's definitely not
France.
a Charleston, Idaho. It's too southern of a name.
Well, is Idaho like a northern state?
I would think. I would
like literally,
consider
it's
it
in
to
the
be.
north. But
Yeah.
is it?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't feel like potato culture is very northern. It's kind of its own thing.
It's just let's find the state that most resembles Ireland and grow all our potatoes.
See,
there.
that's true.
Is there a Charleston, Idaho?
No, but there are some streets named Charleston.
That's probably
Like
what
Charleston
I was thinking.
Place, Charleston
Probably what I was
Island.
thinking. I was thinking of that.
Yeah. You
What,
definitely
the
knew
three
that.
random roads in Idaho that say Charleston.
Well, you have to know things So, all right. Well, what was the second conspiracy theory? I think we're not going to agree. I think people live there. You think people don't.
I know people don't.
Even if some...
Wait, should we poll this?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know people who don't live in Iowa.
See, you were like, it doesn't even exist in his mind. He's just naming other states. You claim someone is from the state, but you don't know that it exists.
Even say the name.
What is wrong with our predecessors? Can they not come up with more different names for states? Like they just discover a new state and go, how can we just scramble the word of the last state we discovered?
Oh, right.
I think
you're being very insensitive to Native American languages here.
Are these all Native American?
I think many of them are based on tribes or languages, right?
That's what I thought.
Idaho that makes sense.
Yeah.
Iowa, I could see that.
Apologize
to all the potatoes.
I'll apologize to no one.
But to conclude, quite literally, even if humans did live in Idaho, they're probably all still just potatoes, like in the insulting way.
Oh, very good.
If anyone here is from Idaho, please reach out to us. And
we'd like to interview you.
Yeah. Well, this is very important information that we need. All right. The second around the table. Red velvet cake is just chocolate cake with red food coloring. I know it is. We just don't talk about it enough. I feel like I'd agree with this too.
My problem is we'd have to test this theory. We'd have to get red food coloring and a chocolate cake, color ourselves, and see what happens.
How would we determine? And then we'd be like, oh, this.
I just don't think brown
velvet.
and red is going to mix to that.
Well, that's my point, is that science would not allow this to happen. I don't think you can dye chocolate brown cake red.
What if it's white chocolate cake?
I mean, are there
argument.
strains of cacao that are more red hued? Did that sentence make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cacao?
Yeah, cacao.
Chocolate.
Is that actually
It's the plant it comes from.
really?
I believe so.
Yeah.
If anyone is a big cacao expert, let us know.
Plant.
I think cocoa comes from cacao.
Yes. Cacao is the tree of.
That's very intellectual,
I think,
you guys.
I think.
Very well done.
Thanks.
I agree with him on this, I think, as well, but there's no way to prove it
this
or
one
disprove
isn't.
it.
This one isn't as solid as the Idaho one.
It's a strong take.
Well, it's definitely not as solid as a potato.
Exactly.
Unless it's the boiled potato. Then you're probably working with similar consistencies
To red velvet?
to red velvet cake. Like a boiled potato probably is going to be as,
What kind of cakes are you eating?
He's not a big baker.
not very dense cakes. Relatively dense.
You're more of
cakes.
like a fluffy. You like an angel food cake.
I would.
Oh, what a shitty cake.
I
Do you have a point you want to make?
I'd eat angel food cake.
We got somewhere.
That's the point you're going with.
Is there a flavor to red velvet though? Do they inject some sort of flavor and just call it red velvet? What is that flavor?
I think it's more of like a texture thing, right?
I thought it was a specific
it's
flavor.
I think it's just red. That's why they call it red velvet.
It's just red.
They call it red velvet cake because I think it's the color.
But also they use that like cream cheese icing, right?
Yeah, but does that really have anything to do with the name of the cake?
I think well, that's what gives it that unique taste. I bet if we put chocolate icing on a red velvet cake and we blindfold Pat, he's just going to say it's chocolate cake.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. We could be completely wrong here. Like red velvet could be an actual thing. I always got some kind of cherry vibe from it.
I feel like
raspberry vibe.
they definitely
there's some
infuse
kind of fruit
something. Maybe, it could be. I don't know. They infuse something into it.
Maybe they add in grenadine.
Honestly,
super
that
red
might be
syrup.
That's really sweet though.
Yeah, but
Red velvet doesn't taste like candy.
A little goes a long way.
That is a phrase that old people use. But I think there are two kinds of red velvet. There's like the fake kind, and then there's the real kind. That's my take.
All right, we need to. If any of the listeners are bakers, please write in and explain red velvet cake to us.
Yeah, I want to know the science behind this.
Okay. So I just looked up a recipe for red velvet cake. Do you guys want to know?
After I just asked the listeners to tell us.
Well, they'll probably. Chris is, his head is broken.
According to the internet, which can't be trusted, red velvet cake is a layered red colored cake with a white icing and a subtle chocolate flavor. So what Sean is saying is 100% accurate.
It's just chocolate cake.
It's
colored
not even.
red.
It's not even a conspiracy theory. It's exactly what it is.
But
it's a chocolate.
You said
cake.
it has a subtle chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
What are the other flavors? There's got to be something else in there that makes it a red velvet cake and not just a red chocolate cake.
I think they just wanted a cool name for it.
I mean,
Main
it is
ingredients
definitely
are just
possible.
normal cake ingredients. It's nothing crazy.
So we were all of us deceived?
Sean cracked the
Some
code.
some
he knows.
recipes add cooked red beets to the batter,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this is destroying.
yuck.
I love red velvet, but this
or
is
vinegar
ruining.
to increase the cake's acidity. But it's
Those-
essentially just a white cake.
If
with
someone's
a bunch
putting-
of red dye and,
Oh, it's white.
and cocoa powder.
Okay, so they take like what are those cakes called? White
Cake.
cakes. They're not called white cakes. Just
Just cake. Just yellow cake.
yellow cake. They take like a yellow cake, and I thought they took chocolate cake and put red food coloring in it.
No.
So they literally take a normal yellow cake, put chocolate in it,
and
then
red dye.
and call it
The
something
cake
different. This is
contains such a small amount of cocoa, somewhere in the range of 2 to 3 tablespoons per 2.5 cups of flour.
Oh,
So
man.
like it's really not giving you much in flavor, but maybe Sean is a super taster. If he's able to pick that out from eating red velvet cake, he's a genius.
yeah,
We should have him on to do a blind taste test.
Perhaps.
I think that's the only way to
Yeah.
test it.
Yeah. And then send him to Idaho.
To report, to be our
Yeah.
Idaho
Yeah.
reporter.
he'll never come back because
I'm here in Ohio. No, Iowa.
Indianapolis, get it right.
We will book him a great ticket on Spirit.
No, we'll fly him classy. Delta.
I mean, does he want to fly on a good airline or does he want to fly on a luxury airline? There's a difference.
That would have been a better argument than anything you ever put out there.
Well, you
earlier,
can only
but-
make so many arguments.
Indeed, you can. Well, thank you, Sean, for that lovely letter. And thanks for bringing it to our attention, Pat, and a little around the table. All right. Let's close out today's episode with a little LOTR impersonation contest. If you remember, I still have the crown,
For now.
as was confirmed by our poll.
That's true.
JP put up a good fight, but I still have the crown, so there's no passing of the ceremonial music, passing of the crown ceremonial music yet.
Are you still his what is it? His worthyship? What is the
Worthiness.
title you
His
bestowed upon
worthiness.
yourself?
His
Yes.
worthiness. Yes. I
Yeah.
am. I'm
You're worth it
I'm
by
also
one
the, I'm
vote.
also the beloved, but that's separate. Who's challenging me today?
I will be challenging you today.
Oh,
And I brought
Yeah, he's
Thank
ready.
You. Thank you. I love my theme music, by the way. I brought you a quote by Frodo Baggins.
that little bitch. I got him.
See the disrespect already.
Is it just like,
Sad.
It is. I'm glad to be with you, Samwise Gamgee, here at the end of all things.
Glad to be with you, Samwise Gamgee. Here at the end of all things.
It's a tough one.
This
It's a tough
is maybe the toughest quote we've ever actually done.
I wanted to break out of my comfort zone. I can't challenge you with Gimli every time. That's just not fair.
This is true.
So I thought, what would be a neutral character that I think you and I are both going to be terrible at?
Yeah, this is not going to be good.
And I
but
picked
yeah.
Frodo.
Okay. All right.
I can go first if you would like.
I think that's how it should happen, right?
Oh,
You
challenging
come
me.
to
well,
his worthiness.
now I don't want to go first. So
Well,
actually,
you won't.
technically,
No, it's
the third party always decides.
You guys are always going to pick me.
no, I'll go first. I'll go
No,
first.
that's the honorable thing to do.
I'm glad to be with you, Samwise Gamgee. Here at the end of all things. Okay, that
I
was.
mean, it's not horrible.
I don't
actually.
actually think that's terrible. It kind of reminded me that Frodo sounds more like kind of like a wispy woman.
Yeah.
than
In some
you would
ways.
think.
In some ways.
Imagine if my voice was always like that. If I just talked to you in that voice constantly.
I say this totally honestly, not to be rude. We would laugh in your face every time.
I figured. I don't think you'd be friends with me.
As people do with Elijah, but that was quite good, actually,
you.
Johnny. That was quite good.
Thank
I relatively right. I don't think we're really going to get that close to this, but
Oh no.
that was a relatively.
I don't think
good
we've
effort.
ever gotten close to anything.
I don't know.
JP did a pretty good Saruman.
That was way back
in the
in
day.
season one.
My Gimli's decent.
Yes, Gimli's
Chris is a great Gollum and Treebeard.
Like,
What do you have, Pat?
Relatively
Orcs, you have
speaking,
orcs.
I have orcs.
Well, next week I guess we're getting an orc. Okay, all right. Let's try this. Let's do this. This is tough.
Good
I hate
luck.
this now that I'm actually doing it. I hate it.
Mhm.
I'm glad to be with you. Fuck me. Okay. I'm glad to be with you, Samwise Gamgee. Here at the end of all times. Things. Times. Fuck.
That's it. That's it. You cannot fix it.
No, can I fix it? That wasn't too bad though. Wasn't too bad though.
I feel like I was getting close to the sound, maybe.
You were there.
But I mean, I messed the words up. That's huge. That's huge docking points. Oh, okay. I've made my decision.
That was quick.
It was
quick.
it is pretty easy. I think that Johnny has won.
The
LOTR impersonation
and I take my
contest.
crown back.
And look, well, no, this is my
Still got to go up to New York.
my
my
subject.
friend.
Don't get cocky here. The people could ruin you. But I do think that Johnny beat me in this LTR impersonation contest. We will go to the polls and we will find out for sure. And then there will be a passing of the crown, ceremonial music played. But for now, well done, Johnny.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you. Maybe I should challenge you with Frodo more.
That was
often.
a clever character to bring to the table.
A
Thank you.
ruse.
A ruse.
A ruse.
You sneaky mom.
Very good. That was quite good.
Thank you.
As mentioned, we will post a poll for the pop take for the around the table discussion we had, and also for the LOTR impersonation contest. But with that, I think that's pretty much all we have for today. So thank you all for listening. We really appreciate the support and all the engagement that we've been having on the Instagram page. Definitely check that out if you haven't checked that out already. Any shout outs, guys? Shout out to Sean for sending
Yes,
that
thank you,
incredible
Sean.
letter. Thank you, Sean.
The letter was fantastic.
Hopefully you get a chance to listen to this episode.
And Michael Heinsohn for that great review a couple episodes ago.
Yes, thank you, Mike, for that awesome review. And maybe a quick reminder on that note, give us a review on Apple Podcasts, everybody. We really, really appreciate it, and it helps out a ton with the show. So
We will read them.
we will read them,
Oh, yeah.
and we will read them on the show. So just,
Yeah, maybe we'll get a little contest going. We could
best
talk about
review?
that later.
Best
Yeah,
review
yeah.
gets a free t-shirt.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm feeling free sweatshirt, and that hoodie is fine.
It's very
Free
nice.
hoodie.
It's
Very nice.
Very
So
nice.
If you want a very nice hoodie.
We also need to have that battle. Remember way back in the day, we said we were going to get a bunch of people to
Dress up as
Oh,
hobbits.
dress
and
up
fight
as
each other.
hobbits and
Yeah.
fight each other.
We're getting to that point. Okay, I mean, it's stalled because of the whole.
Of course,
the
yeah,
world is on
pandemic.
fire. But
maybe
Yeah.
this summer we could.
I still think this would
Move
be
some
it would
money
be the
around.
funnest thing.
Yeah, we just throw a kegger. You have to dress up as a hobbit, battle it out,
And
and
then
then,
we have
get drunk.
And then we have a battle of Pelennor Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One person gets a horse, everyone else is on their knees.
and one person's in Nazgul just has to run around
Screaming at the top of their
screaming at the
lungs.
top of their lungs. Can you imagine?
What are those
this would look
people
like?
that fly around in the kites, like the parasail? Not parasailers. but-
Paragliders?
Yeah, we get someone in a paraglider that's just like screeching while flying above.
This is a brilliant idea.
It's a great idea. It's right up there with a review competition. But yes, definitely do that for us. We would really appreciate it. And on that note, you can find us on Instagram at SFH_podcast. Send your comments, questions, concerns to sfhpodcasts@gmail.com. And we will see you all next week.
That's right.
Adios.
Take a dang, dang.
If you somehow enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us on Instagram and give us a 5-star review on wherever you happen to find this podcast.
Can you sing Hobbit?
I will bet.
Do you know how to sing, Master Hobbit?
I will bet.
Oh, you poor soul. Come, sing me a song.
Home is behind the... Sorry, just started it again.
Oh, God.
Home is behind. Home is behind.
Come on. Come on.
Home is behind. Home is behind the world.
That's the crazy.
Home is behind the world ahead, and there are many paths to dwell.
Oh my
You got
God.
there. You got there.